One mistake I did make was that I used a metal tool to take out the battery. Biggest mistake you ever make as a cell phone repair person. Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajax Production. I am your host, Eniola Ajax, and we are back for another banger. We back here for another one. You know what I mean? Trying to bring the energy, man. It's been a long day, been working all day, just putting different things together, you know, trying to just make sure I just put in the repetitions, the reps, you know what I mean, that's necessary for me to get to the position I need to be at. But right now we're good, and I'm here, clocked in, ready for y'all for the next hour. So we're trying to structure our show in a different format right now. I know if you are watching and you're paying attention to this part of my show creation, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been experimenting with different types of strategies on different ways I want to structure the show out, on how it's going to be easy for me to shoot it with my workload at work and things in life and stuff like that, and being able to put it out like this and being able to edit it and chop it up for y'all to post it on a consistent basis, right? So with that being said, right, our format here is to make sure that we shoot for a whole hour, right? We shoot the whole show for a whole hour, and then what I do is now I break that whole show into 3 different segments. Starting with this segment. This segment is where we're gonna basically have the major conversation about the topic we're gonna have a conversation about. Then after this segment is done, we'll go to this next segment, which is the Let's Talk Business segment, which is a interview segment and also update on our business segment, and also a technical aspect of whatever topic we're talking about on that day for the conversation. Then we have the third segment, which is going to be our reaction segment, where we're going to react to content related to the topic we're talking in that segment. So it's going to be all connected at the end of the day, but then we're going to have special episodes where we do react to random things and where we do talk about fun things and light-hearted things, which is going to be like today's is a test. What's it called? It's a test run for this new structure that we're doing. But while I'm trying to figure it out, we're gonna be having a real conversation. So let's get into the conversation of today. So today I've been reflecting, right? I've been reflecting on my journey as an entrepreneur and ventures that I've gone on and failed, right? And things that I've done that I've failed on. Right, not fail like maybe like I stopped the business or something like that, but in the business, the mistakes that I made in the business that taught me how to get on my feet, right? And now also made me understand the structure of understanding the humps you have to get over when you do start a new venture or a new business. Right? First incident that happened was with my cell phone repair business, right? I was a new cell phone repair operator, and you know me, I'm hard-headed. I kind of just dive in. I don't really do too much research on what I'm really doing for like deep dive research. I just kind of like get into it because I fixed my phone before successfully, so I think I know how to do it, and I fixed a couple of other people's phones already, so I was already really excited about getting my hands dirty and getting into the business of doing this thing. So I got a client, and the person was going to pay me for this service, right? And I was very excited and I got into it, right? But the one mistake I did make was that I used a metal tool to take out the battery. Biggest mistake you ever make as a cell phone repair person. You don't use metal to interact with electrical sockets, because it could short it out. So that's what happened with the phone, and that shut out the whole system, shut out the whole phone. The phone was black. And that was one of my first incident in that business. Now I could have easily been like, oh man, that's hard, let me quit this, boom, boom, boom. But no, I readjusted. I think how I solved the problem that day was I tried to solve the problem as best as I could. I took the phone to a more professional person and they confirmed with me that the phone is officially gone. Right, and in that moment, I guess I had some money in my pocket, like up to like $250, and I purchased a new phone for the person, and I gave him back the phone. That's how I solved that problem. That was really scary. I shouldn't have done that, but I felt very guilty for taking that risk and making that kind of mistake. So I felt like I had to pay for my learning, but it never happened again after that. From that moment on, I started using plastic tools. Plastic what's called pry tool to take out that take out anything that's related to anything electric on the phone. That was a very big lesson that I learned from fixing phones. I mean, I learned more other lessons. I made more other mistakes that I learned from, but that was a very big one that really stuck to me. Another one was when I was doing when I was doing my photography business, right? This one was really shocking and unexpected, and it's not something that's really spoken about in the community for real, right? So like I said, with every other business I've ever done, I just dive right in and I kind of learn as I go, right? So me diving in right now, I had a major event for actually a family friend that paid me to cover her birthday party, video and pictures, right? If you're into photography or videography, you most likely have come across this problem before, but I wasn't expecting this to happen. So I was in the mix of the shooting, and I got an error message on my camera, right? I didn't understand what it was at first, but so I tried to take it out and put it back in. Still got the same message. I freaked out a little bit, but I was like, okay, let's not freak out too much. So I took it out and I replaced it with a new card, and I continued shooting. Okay. After the shoot, I went to my computer to try to figure out what was wrong. Why was I getting the error message on the card? And it turned out that the cards, apparently, if you don't clear the memory on the cards properly, there's a possibility for them to jam. And that's what happened in that situation. And honestly, that has happened to me multiple times after that, right? So how do you solve that problem in that situation? How do you solve that problem? It's just making sure that when you have an event, I would say when you have an event like that that's major and big, make sure you get new cards. Make sure you get brand new cards, fresh ones, so that you can avoid that incident. Because I was using a card that I've used multiple times. And yes, when you have a situation like that, there's a possibility of that happening where it will jam. And that was another major incident that I encountered. And I want to mention that I don't think that was my fault. But we could talk about it. So this is now going into my digital marketing, business that I run, right? So I was going out to get a client for my services, right? And it happened to be a restaurant, a guy that has a restaurant, but he wanted to, do like a mixture between a restaurant and a nightlife club, right? So it had like a mixture of, food, drinks, and that's liquor, and hookahs. And hookah, right? And the hookah was for entertainment, the nightclub, blah 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 blah, and during the day. So it was like a lounge, you know what I mean? So my goal was to figure out how to market and how to bring more clients into this establishment using digital marketing and online, Facebook, blah blah blah, right? That was the major goal, right? And to learn how that industry worked, I felt like it was best for me to, jump into it with him and become one of his waiters. And while I was being a waiter, I was helping him with the marketing, right? Helping him post on social media. So I'm on ground, on hand. I had work, so I'm there, you know what I mean? So while I was doing that, we had one major campaign we wanted to run. Apparently, he already did one of the major job by hiring somebody to do the video for the establishment, which was really good. So my job was just to take that content and promote it on Facebook. So I get to setting it up. I get to put in that content on Facebook and running the ad. I run the ad, and then we get a strike. Oh my gosh. We got a strike, and Facebook shuts down the account. Why? So I realized that Facebook shut down the account because they don't want us promoting hookah or anything tobacco product on Facebook. So they striked the account and suspended us. That's one thing I'm noticing about digital marketing, is that these platforms are very, very sensitive. So you got to be careful with the kind of message you put out there. Anything you put out there on your thing can make you come off scammy, or can make you come off, not trustworthy, and that can make the platform suspend you or halt your account. And if you're making money using these platforms, this can really hold you back from potential revenue that you will make on your business. So those are three really major stories that major fails that I've encountered in business, in my different projects that I've ran, right? But this is not saying that you would quit or stop, right? This is just saying that those are opportunities. Those were opportunities for me to learn and to adjust as I learned. Some mistakes were very, very. And trust me, there's more stories to tell. I could talk all night about all the stories I have in my unfortunate in my ventures. But that's not the point of this. This is just to explain the fact that we all have moments in business where you have to learn. We all have learning curves in business, right? And in the mix of trying to figure out what your learning curve, the mix of trying to understand the business you're running, right? You're gonna approach obstacles, right? And it depends on the type of attitude you have towards the obstacle, right? It depends on that. That depends on how you're gonna handle the obstacle and overcome the obstacle. You see what I mean? So you have to have the right mindset to realize that the obstacles are gonna come, but you gotta figure out how to overcome those obstacles when they do come. You see what I mean? And it's in all business, it's in all phase of life. It doesn't matter if it's in business or just getting a job. Whatever you're gonna be doing, there's gonna be a learning curve, and you have to be prepared to learn. And I feel like most people want to just skip the learning curve and jump to the success where money is coming in and life is just great. But you forget the fact that you have to learn. And when you go through the learning curve, yes, those are the exciting moments. Those are the exciting moments because those are the moments you get to actually really understand the business that you're running for real. Right. So that's it for segment 1. I just wanted to really break that down for y'all, and I hope you guys enjoyed my story about different things I've done throughout my college career. Different ventures I've been opportuned to participate in. And this is also saying that don't hold yourself back from experimenting things out, from actually touching things that you want to work on. This gives you confidence, because when you get to explain, get to work it out, and you get to get a client, and the client pays you, and you have a successful product or service, it gives you that confidence to go get more. The reason I did all the different projects or the different businesses was to prove multiple times to myself that there's no situation I'll ever be in life where I would ever want for anything, because I have the ability to jump into any industry and learn it from scratch and figure it out as I go, right? That gives me confidence, of course, in life. Because I have big plans. I have plans of traveling the world, and I don't want to ever be stuck with my skills. I don't want to ever be stuck in one spot. I want my skills to be able to take me, worldwide. You know what I mean? So that's what we're working on. Right. And that's the end of the first segment, and we need to get into the second segment, and let's get into that.